Hey everyone, it's Job. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are creating a 2-page spread in my Midori Traveler's notebook. So grab a journal, grab a planner, grab a bullet journal, and let's get started. So I really wanted to incorporate some gouache and some line illustrations today, and I didn't really know how to go about doing that. So I went to my trusty stash of scrap paper and I pulled these two beautiful pieces of scrapbook paper. One is like a wood grain paper, and one has like this grid aged tea soaked paper look. But I'm gonna incorporate that in the spread later because I want to put down my gouache paintings. And lately I've been trying to explore different, I guess, styles in terms of painting and illustration. More on the illustration side. My painting style still seems very similar to my current style or old style. It's all the loose florals and whatnot. So I'm just putting down some loose florals on the spread, and that's gonna be a background. I wanted a really plain background because we're gonna do a line illustration over top using a Pigma Micron pen. But I think I've been feeling more, I don't know, self-aware about my personal like illustration and journaling style because I rebranded Job's Journal, and I don't know, I feel like I've been on like a self-transformation kick in terms of Job's Journal stuff. So I am relaunching the website today. So by the time you're watching this, jobsjournal.org is live. It is up and running, and I hope you take a look at it because there's some cool stuff. I put an About Me page. There's a blog. I'm going to start that up again. I have a Printables page. I'll talk about this later on, but I designed this free printable for this launch, and I use it in this spread later. But yeah, go check that out. There'll be links down below as well. So yeah, there's that starting up again, and then I'm relaunching the Etsy store. So funny enough, while I was painting this, I received my Vistaprint order, and while I was showing you that little inlay of that screen capture of my website, I actually left my camera on to pick up this package at the front door, and yeah, my Vistaprint order came in for my postcards that are gonna go with my Etsy orders. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. It turned out amazing. And then I also ordered business cards, and I did a rebrand for everything Job's Journal, like I said earlier. So I'm using this dark orange burnt sienna color with this mango yellow and this pink and this beige as my, I guess, branding colors. And I have these like blobs that are supposed to represent watercolor. I mean, it's like a very graphic representation of my watercoloring style, but I think that's what I was trying to go for. But yeah, I'm really happy with, I don't know, all of the transformations with Job's Journal and whatnot. I felt really stagnant with it. I really enjoyed making videos the past few weeks and just catching up and like rediscovering my love for journaling and everything art related. It's just crazy how muddled life gets and how distracted I become in terms of school and work and personal life and juggling, meeting up with friends and whatnot. Honestly, like, I don't know how everyone does it, especially if you're a parent. Like, how do you have a social life and deal with your kids and work? And some of you are also like working parents that are also in school, which is crazy because I feel like a working parent and I don't even have a kid. I just teach kids. So yeah, I don't know why I kind of rambled about that, but yeah, it's crazy, and I'm happy that I've rediscovered my love for journaling in the past few months that I have been away from teaching and away from school. It's been so nice to like recharge. But I should probably tell you what's happening on screen. So I am using this pencil. This is my favorite pencil by far, actually. This is a Muji pencil, but I am just sketching out some koi. And I've always had this weird fascination with koi, I think dating back to high school. Ever since I got this henna tattoo when I was on vacation in the Philippines, I've been really fascinated with the koi and how they're kind of illustrated in different Asian cultures. I just think it's so cool, and they're so universally used in a lot of like Asian motifs, which is so cool. But I wanted to draw two koi fishing. Kind of reminds me of like yin and yang vibes. And I don't know, I feel like drawing fish was kind of like, I don't know, sort of freeing, because I've been feeling very, I don't know, I don't want to say like loosey goosey, or like, I guess fluid. Like that's a good way to describe like my feelings about summer and like my creative endeavors and whatnot. I feel very fluid, and like I feel like things are just moving and like things are actually happening, whereas during the school year everything was so stagnant. And yeah, I think water is a really cool, or like fish and water is a cool representation of like how I'm feeling right now. But that's like super metaphorical. Like at the same time, I think I just really wanted to draw koi, and I think they're cool, even though they're freaky when you actually see them in real life. But I think they are a cool animal. But as you can see, that's why I drew these koi over top of the florals. I didn't want to make the florals too distracting, because it was essentially just a background for the line work. And for the koi, I didn't want to actually paint them, because I feel like the orange and white would just clash with the muted tones that I use in the background. And I wanted to have the main color of the spread to be more of a greenish brown and gold theme. So I'm going to use my Uniball Signo gold gel pen, not my white one. I always use the Uniball Signo white gel pen for any cool like highlights and whatnot, but I'm using the gold to color in all of the spots on the koi. And you'll see it later, but I think this turned out really cool. I used to have some gold ink that I would use, but I think I gave that to a friend of mine. But this kind of just reignited my love for like gold foiling and whatnot, so maybe I'll invest in a fine tech palette, which is a cool, I think it's, I don't want to say glitter, it's like a metallic watercolor palette. And I feel like they're really pricey, so we'll see. But this turned out pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. And I didn't fully color in all of the spots on the koi. I did some cool like line work on top too. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And like, I think it kind of goes with the style that I want to move forward with. I still don't really have like a definitive illustration or drawing style, I think, but it's a journey for me, and I don't do this full time, right? So there's not as much room to play in terms of like what is my style and whatnot, but I've been really actively trying to work on that over the summer. I purchased some like how to draw faces book and books and other resources to help me with that, because I generally want to learn. I've rambled on enough. I should probably tell you what's happening on the screen. So now I am taping down those two pieces of scrapbook paper, and now we're getting to the fun part. I am happy to announce that there's a free printable. So to celebrate my website launch, I made this days of the week I guess free printable that you can download on jobsjournal.org, and it's just the days of the week from Sunday to Saturday, and it's just like a fun way to incorporate some brush lettering into your journal spread. So I know some of you don't brush letter, or some of you are in the works or in the process of learning, so this is just a way to incorporate some brush lettering if you're not comfortable with doing that. But this is in a much more loosey-goosey, messy style. So I don't know, like when I brush letter using my brush pen, I tend to lean to this style more than like the typical clean modern calligraphy style, because I don't know, this kind of just goes with my whole mood and my whole aesthetic. So I really like how it turned out. I printed it on white paper and it turned out well, and then I printed it out on vellum and it bled like crazy. So the letter forms are not that thick, so if you want a more accurate look at what the letter forms are supposed to look like, take a look at the website and print it on white paper. And if you are going to print it on vellum, my advice is to print it using the right printer settings. So I forgot to change my settings. I should have probably put it on transparency settings or on slow drying paper, because mine kind of just bled and it looks really blotchy, but it kind of goes with my whole look for this spread. So go check out jobsjournal.org, check out the Printables tab and download it, and tag me on Instagram so I can see what it looks like. But yeah, this spread is pretty straightforward. On the bottom half, I added a tearaway calendar sheet, some green classic-y washi, and this postage stamp. I think it's a Canadian postage stamp. And then I added some green washi to the top right hand corner, and I did my journaling in that same gold gel pen, that Uniball Signo, to match the blobs or marks on the koi. And I just love how the vellum is is it translucent or transparent? Transparent. No, translucent. No, transparent. It's transparent, right? Wow, I'm a teacher. Okay, anyways, yeah, this is the completed spread. I hope you like it, and let me know if you end up using the printables in your journal spreads. I hope you check out my new website, and I hope you stay tuned because the Etsy launch is coming soon. So you can get updates on Instagram, and I'll probably for sure make a video about it on my YouTube channel because I've been working so hard on it, and I hope you are excited to see what my shop has to offer. Okay, I've rambled long enough. I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.